Okay, County Fairgrounds and CoolKay here. Do I have Jess West? Yeah, you're the PR and Marketing Director for the Ohio State Fair that's coming up very soon, right?
I am.
Okay. All right, this is a pretty big fair. Do you know what what your attendance is approximately?
Let me pull that up for you. It's over 950,000.
Okay, that's good. That's good. All right.
Okay.
All right, the first thing I have as a question, and this is a pretty big fairgrounds, and you're in Columbus. What's the parking lot, and what could you make some suggestions about how to park?
Absolutely. So parking at the Ohio State Fair is $10, and we have main parking lots sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts, and those are just north of our entrance gates. So come park on site. We also have a free park and ride opportunity, and visitors can learn more about that on our website to park at a local partner school, Columbus State, and ride a free shuttle to one of our other gates to enter the fair.
All right, what if I'm a handicapped old senior person? What would you suggest I park at?
We also have accessible parking in those main O'Reilly Auto Parts parking lots.
And all right, gate entrance-wise, when people come into the gate, are they handed a map so they know where they're going?
They're not handed a map at the entrance gates, but we do have printed maps at our guest information services booth located around the grounds. They can pick up a printed map, or they can get our map on the Ohio State Fair app. So we always encourage people to download that before they get to the fair. It has a food finder in it. It has selfie spots in there. It has a shopping finder, but it also has our map so that fairgoers can easily navigate around the grounds.
Okay, what if I'm a mother with a bunch of little kids under 12? What would you suggest I do first?
Absolutely. So coming in that main entrance gate up on the north that I've talked about a couple of times, you're going to go right over to the right to the Loush Youth Exploration Space presented by the Ohio Soybean Council. There is so much for kids to do in there, and kids of all ages too. So there's different activities like deep fried math. There's a tiny town play area in there. You can participate in archery with Girl Scouts or bouldering and Gaga Ball with Scouting America in there. There's different science to learn about with CoSci. We also have different colleges from around the state coming in each day with Ohio Department of Higher Education and Workforce. So there's tons to do in there. There's also 4-H in that building. So not only can you learn more about joining 4-H and how to become a part of that great organization, but there's also 4-H judging that happens in there. So you can see more about what 4-H is all about and the different kind of non-livestock competitions that you can compete in with 4-H.
Okay, one of the other questions as a mother with a bunch of kids under 12, where are the restrooms?
Absolutely. So if there are restrooms in that Loush Youth Exploration Space, if you're coming in the main gate, which is about where 80% of our fairgoers enter the ground, if you look immediately to your left upon entering, there's a standalone restroom building over to the left. So if you have to run to the restroom before you can even see anything, that's the perfect place to go. If you're in the Loush Youth Exploration Space, you need to use the restroom, there's restrooms there. If you come in and you pass both of those buildings, then you say, oh my gosh, I forgot to use the restroom, hop over into the Kasich Hall building that has plenty of restrooms in it. And then you can also pop over there and see the creative arts exhibits featuring all kinds of great art. There's quilts, there's cooking and baking over there, there's fashion arts, there's miniature art, there's also youth arts that happens in there, and our Ohio State Fair history exhibit, as well as some different demonstrations and sporting competitions. So that's a building to go use the restroom in, but also get sucked into and see all of the great things that are happening in there.
A lot of things that go on at these fairgrounds and different fairs is they have a lot of strolling entertainers. Do you have any strolling entertainers? I imagine you do.
We do. We absolutely have strolling entertainers. So we have a variety of different stages on the ground. So we have our Main Street stage, we have our Ohio Lottery Gazebo stage, we have the Natural Resources Park Amphitheater, but new this year we have a chainsaw carving location. So stop by the chainsaw carver and see all of, the wood chips flying around, the chainsaw on, and see a piece of art created out of, some timber down there. We also have a new Cincinnati Circus aerial entertainment. So that's going to be a really fun local circus provider coming out and doing some really amazing aerial stunts, and certainly something that I don't want to try my hand at. I don't know about you, CoolKay, but I think I will stay on the ground. But then walking around the grounds, we also have giant stilt walkers, so the Amazing Giants. We also have a variety of other strolling entertainment. I don't want to ruin the surprise of seeing some pop-up performances, but we have different people strolling through the grounds. On some of those stages that I mentioned, we have Cup Guy on the gazebo stage. We have Great Lakes timber shows, so lumberjack shows that happen at that Natural Resources Park amphitheater. We have a circus man. We have Casual, which is a fan favorite. We have a lot of different musical artists. A really fun stage that we have is down in the Taste of Ohio Pavilion in Beer Garden on the Taste of Ohio stage. There's live music that happens every day starting at 2 p.m. So that's more acoustic type music. And then every evening starting at 6 p.m. there's a live DJ down there. So, stop down there and try some of the food from Ohio agricultural commodities located in that pavilion. Try some Ohio beer and wine, and then stick around for an acoustic show or maybe a DJ in the evening.
Okay, well, free entertainment is what my first concern would be, especially with a bunch of little kids. So, are these things you're talking about free, or are they paid entertainment?
All of the things we just talked about are included with admission. So you buy your ticket, and then that's your key to get all of this great entertainment. Okay,
yeah, that's good. Mothers like to know these things.
Absolutely.
Okay, all right. So what about strolling food vendors?
So we have a lot of food vendors here. We have over 130 food vendor locations on the grounds, and we have some people that have been here for years and years and years, like Schmidt's Sausage House has been one of our longest running vendors at the Ohio State Fair. It's something exciting that they have. We've been partnering for the past few years for a exclusive Ohio State Fair cream puff, and so they announced their cream puff flavor this year is going to be caramel apple. So I'm very excited to try that. But we also have a variety of other new food around the grounds, as well as traditional favorites that everyone loves. You can't skip out on those funnel cakes and corn dogs and all of the good other fair food. But some new and exciting things that we have in addition to the caramel apple cream puff are things like ghost pepper hot fudge. There's also gluten-free mini donuts that are coming, jalapeno cheddar corn dog. We also have some moonshine chicken on a stick and a sausage s'more skewer on a stick. So exactly what it sounds like, sausage kind of in a s'more type variety with, marshmallow and graham cracker and chocolate. We also have smash burgers, a strawberry kettle corn, and a variety of other exciting new foods.
Okay. What's your favorite fair food?
Oh, I don't know if I could pick just one, but especially on these summer days, I'm a big fan of ice cream.
Yep, that sounds good to me too.
Yeah, good.
Okay, so paid for entertainment that goes on during the fair during the day, is there anything like that?
We do have a variety of paid shows. So those happen in the evening in the WCOL Celeste Center. And we have different paid concerts. So we have everything from Kids Bop to Foreigner to some country with Warren Ziders and then Trace Adkins. We have T-Pain. We have Leanne Morgan for a comedy show. AJR is going to be here. We have Morris Day and the Time. Torin Wells. So we have a variety of paid entertainment happening in the Celeste Center. Something else new that's happening this year is that we're having a rodeo night. So with Rough E Rodeo Productions on Saturday, August 2nd in our Ag Pro Company's Taft Coliseum, we're having a rodeo. So those tickets are pretty affordable, $18, and it includes admission. And come see a full-blown, full-production rodeo. We're really excited to offer that this year.
Yeah, that's different for you guys. I haven't seen that before.
It is different, yeah.
But I have seen the butter cow. So where's the butter cow?
The Butter Cow is in the same building that the Butter Cow has been in for years and years. And CoolKay, don't ask me what the theme is. I don't know. It's one of our best kept secrets, so we will all find out together the day before the fair opens.
Okay. Smokey Bear?
Smokey Bear, we've still got him. Go over to Natural Resources Park and get greeted by name by Smokey Bear. And stay over in Natural Resources Park and check out all of the great things that they have over there. There's kayaking, there's youth fishing, there's a butterfly house, there's a prairie with native Ohio plants, there's a discovery pavilion with all kinds of fun things about nature in Ohio and Ohio parks, and then stay over there and learn a little bit more about sustainability in Ohio as well.
And here's something else I haven't seen before, the UVMA Animal Care Center, Meet Baby Animals.
Oh, the OVMA Animal Care Center. Absolutely. You know, this morning I saw some baby animals that are going in Animal Care Center. There are baby ducks in our office today. So those baby ducks are going to be having a whole bunch of fun during the fair as they're going up and down a custom-built duck slide. So we're really excited to see that. But this is a place where you can, you know, meet baby animals and their moms, and really learn about how these animals are cared for. So there's pigs and piglets in there. There's goats. There's ducks. You know, a variety of different animals, and so it's both really fun for people of all ages, but also really educational to learn about how these animals are cared for and, you know, how to give them the best life possible.
Do you guys have a carnival?
We do. We have a midway with Cali Amusements.
Okay. Is that included in the admission, or is that extra?
No, that's separate. So our midway, you can purchase ride credits or you can purchase a ride all-day wristband.
All right. So what time during the day does the fair close generally?
Yeah, great question. So the fair is open a little bit earlier on the weekends than it is on weekdays. So on weekdays, because we're starting on a Wednesday, so we'll start there. The fair the fair gate hours are 10 a.m. to 9 p.m., and then on Saturdays and Sundays, it's 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., except for that last Sunday on August 3rd. Really all of the admission gates and all of the activities, start closing around 6 p.m.
And your evening entertainment, it's separate. They have to pay for that, right?
In the Celeste Center, yes. Those are ticketed concerts.
Okay. Well, I think that we have fairly well pretty much covered everything. Is there anything else that you want to add about this year's fair?
We're really excited for the 2025 Ohio State Fair. We have some construction going on because we're in the midst of an Expo 2050 construction project. So we have a couple areas of construction happening, but they're well contained, and we have a lot of, great signage and informational areas to learn more about what's going to be in those buildings and what's to look forward to happening on the grounds next year as well.
Okay, speaking happening on the grounds, what comes after the Ohio State Fair this year?
Yeah, great question. Right after the Ohio State Fair, we get right back into some other events. So we have the India Festival happening later in August. We have the Great Lakes, Great Maine Aubrey's Cat Show happening, and then we jump right into September with the Central Ohio Home and Garden Show, which is a really popular show that goes on for several days. And then come October, or September into October, we have the Quarter Horse Congress. So we're really looking forward to that as well.
Okay, well, I've thoroughly enjoyed talking to you. You've answered a lot of questions. I'm sure our viewers will like listening to this. It's, when you go to an event like this, it's always nice to know a lot of these things before going in.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, thanks so much for the invitation. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Jess. Bye-bye.
Have a good day. Bye.
Bye.